Me, but best believe my beautiful wife Jax is over here hanging out with y'all. So we really appreciate your time, man. We appreciate that we have such a powerful, strong, large community. Like, this community has grown so much. I know a lot of you out there right now that are watching were with us from day one, and you guys are still out here rocking with us to this day. I can't tell you how much that means to us, man. So I'm glad that you guys are here. I hope you guys are having a beautiful weekend. I know that I did, man. We got to hang out with you guys last night. We had a really good time. I got to spend some time with my youngest kid today. We was playing Xbox. It's just been a great weekend. So I hope you guys are having family and love or whatever makes you happy and brings you peace this weekend. So we're going to get into something, but I just want to put the disclaimer straight up front because I know that, like, there's a lot of people out there who like to tear apart anything that I do or say right off rip, right from gate. This is not brand new news. This is older news, but I get this question all the time. People are always asking me, how come nobody's touched R. Kelly? How come nobody's smashed out R. Kelly? R. Kelly was pissing on little girls. How come nobody's gotten R. Kelly yet? And it has happened. And I suspect that it's happened since then as well, and people don't know about it, but I want to go over the details of this because this is classic to me. Like, this all the way cracks me up, the way that this went down. So we're going to walk through all of this here in a minute, but I wanted to lay out this disclaimer right now that if y'all are looking for breaking news, I'm sorry, that's not what this is. We're reviewing some old stuff, but it's really entertaining and it's really good information, especially since I get that question so often. How come nobody smashed R. Kelly? They did, and it's probably happened more than we know about because we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that real quick. I have to shoot out some love to the mods, man. The moderators are as much a part of this as anybody else. I see Country in the chat right now, man. So good to see you here, brother. We got Trev, we got Abby, we got Blaze, we got Three Flying Monkeys, we got the cat. I don't see anybody else in there right now, man, but I am so happy to have all of you guys here. What the moderators do is, you know, when people like spam the chat with the same thing over and over and over again, or they say some stuff that might get TikTok mad at our live, and then they don't push it out, or, you know, they shut it down. They keep those type of weirdos and earwigs out of here, man. So big love and respect to the moderators for the amazing, incredible job that they do. I want to give everybody a big shout out that was in our chat last night. We talked about, you know, some updates on Danny Masterson last night. We also talked about my good friend Jay Williams and what his family is facing right now. He's going back to prison for a little bit. And that really breaks my heart, man. And I just want to say again how grateful that I am that I have the life that I have today and how quickly I could lose it. It could all go out the window at any second. I'm only 2 bad decisions away from being right back there behind those walls, behind that fence, sleeping on a yoga mat on a damn cement platform with another dude in the cell, having to ask a cop for toilet paper to take a shit in front of another grown-ass man. I am so grateful that I have the life that I have today, and I'm so grateful that I have this platform where I get to hang out with y'all on a Sunday evening. So let's start to get into this, man. I just wanted to say how thankful and how grateful I am for each and every one of y'all. So for those of you who know, R. Kelly was an R&B singer. I've never been tuned into his music. Like, R&B just ain't really my jam, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Harvey Talks Prison is here, man. That's another moderator. I didn't see him in the chat at first. I want to take a second to give big thanks to Harvey. If you're not following Harvey, Harvey did a long time in prison for putting a chomo where they belong. Deep down in the ground. So if you want to follow Harvey, man, he's right there. He's a good dude. He's a personal friend of mine. You know, R. Kelly likes to, he be singing that with the bump and grind type stuff. Like myself, I've always been into like kind of harder music or music with, you know, like a different type of soul to it. You know, like I fuck with some gangster rap. I'll get down to that. I like some metal, you know, I like a lot of different types of music, but like, the stuff that he was kicking was never really my vibe, bro. It was like, it always seemed to me like it's stuff to have vanilla missionary style too. So I never really been into that. And apparently it turns out that it's the type of music that if you want to pee on minors, he's got you. He's got you on lock, man. He's about that life. He's down to diddle all the time. And that's why he went to prison. So a judge sentenced R. Kelly to 20 years in prison in a Chicago federal S crimes case. Kelly will serve 19 years of the sentence along with his current sentence in a New York case of 30 years as a well-known serve one additional year in prison. So he had state charges in the state of New York for doing funny style stuff to women and children, and he had the federal case, man. You know how bad you got to mess up to catch the feds and the state case, bro? You double cooked, you double dog cooked. You got caught with your fingers diddling all sorts of stuff to be in that type of trouble. So singer R. Kelly was moved from Chicago Correctional Center to a medium security prison in North Carolina. They figured he was cooked. He was gonna get extra cooked in Chicago, so they shot him out to a South Carolina spot. And it's medium. He's not in a minimum. He's not in a special place for rich people. I think a lot of people think that like being rich or being famous buys you like automatic protections that you're actually not in reality going to get in prison. When you go into DOC, you are a meat suit. You're a sack of meat and blood and bones with a DOC number. That's all that you are, man. You're inmate number 5239116, bitch. Get with it. So they moved him there. He was transferred from the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Chicago to the Federal Correctional Institution in Butner, North Carolina. Now, I'm not as hip or savvy to these federal prisons as my dude Chad Marks from Blood on the Razor Wire is. I did state time. Chad did a bunch of fed time. So I highly recommend, if you're interested in finding out what it's like in some of these federal prisons, that you go follow Blood on the Razor Wire TV. My boy Chad over there, he knows all that business, man. He's got that on lock. And in fact, Chad is a paralegal today who has his own company trying to help people that got unreasonable and unfair sentencing out of those prisons right now. He's working. He's back in the community trying to give back to people that were unfairly sentenced with their prison sentencing. So hold on one second. I couldn't even see that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna jump over here real quick and we're gonna grab this super and then we're gonna get to the assault. So stick with us. Kill Sataros99 said, keep up the good work, man. I've been watching you since like 50K subs. Hey, man, my day one family, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Big love and respect, more than you know, homie. So we are going to get back into this. So R. Kelly, this was back when R. Kelly was in jail. He was still in jail. He was still fighting the case. R. Kelly's attorney stated, so this isn't like, there's no like, inside track on this. This isn't like up for debate. This didn't come from an inmate who was there at the time. This is all confirmed. Like, it was so bad. The prisons don't like anyone to know, or jails don't like anyone to know if someone gets assaulted unless it's so bad that they need medical attention. That when there's somebody needs medical attention or somebody's in the middle of a high profile case, those are two times when you're going to hear about these assaults. It makes them look bad if it gets out to the public that they don't have control of what's going on in their prisons. It makes them look like a bunch of douche canoes. You know what I'm saying? Like them inmates is running that place, which in a lot of places, from my experience, the gangs and the inmates are the ones that are mainly running the place. Now, if you read this, bro, when I tell you this, you let me know who it sounds like to you was really running this jail at the time. R. Kelly's attorney stated that no one lifted a finger during the attack on R. Kelly. That's what's up, man. I want to give those CEOs a high five, man. They were there, they saw it, and they didn't stop it. They took their sweet ass time. They were like, somebody's getting beat up over there. Let's head over there. Oh, wait, it's R. Kelly. Ain't that the dude who peed on little girls? Yep. Oh, cool, man. Hold on. I'm going to take a cigarette real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some frozen yogurt, eat that shit up, and then we'll leisurely walk over there and whistle a little bit. They claim that as a result, he suffered serious psychological and physical injuries. Oh no, did the diaper diddler feel bad after the grown man beat him up? I can't imagine. I'm shocked. Poor fella. R. Kelly's attorney referenced a video of the attack stating that the attacker was allowed to go out of bounds across a long distance to reach R. Kelly without interference from correctional officers. Look, when you are locked up, when you're in prison, when you're in a jail, you have certain bounds and boundaries and places that you're allowed to be. Like, I got a DR for out of area one time. Like, you're not allowed to, like, if you're in D block, you're not allowed to be in C block. You're not allowed to be in A block. You're supposed to stay where you're supposed to stay. So this dude like went across the lines of where he's supposed to be, just, you know, walking around, just having a leisurely walk on his way to stomp R. Kelly's face in. And the COs didn't do anything. They just let this dude walk over there and ride and get his boot on. Ugh! You know what I'm saying? I like these CO style, man. Dead ass. So there was no interference from correctional officers, and that no correctional officers intervened until the attack was clearly underway for enough time that R. Kelly was significantly injured. Yay! That's the happy part. We like it here. So they just let it happen, man. They just let it ride. They let this dude get over there and just fold this dude like laundry, bro. He folded his clothes with R. Kelly still in him. R. Kelly was hurting for a squirting, bro, and he got that. He got blood spurts everywhere, dog. After R. Kelly was completely dominated by his attacker, God, this is like poetry, bro. Is this William Butler Yeats? Is this Shakespeare? I'm just so inspired right now. Oh, it was Jax. Jax compiled all of this from all of the different articles about it. After R. Kelly was completely dominated by his attacker, with the attacker on top of him, delivering many blows to his head and torso, a correctional officer finally did tell the inmate to stop the attack. Hey, are you beating up R. Kelly over there? You stop. You better get off that dude who pees on kids. If you don't stop in the next 5 minutes, I swear to God, I'll do something. And the dude kept going. The dude just kept going while the CO wasn't doing nothing, bro. Just ground and pounding. You know what I'm saying? We've all seen it in UFC where you get a guy down, you get on top of him, you're just like, bitch, boom, 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 boom. So finally, the dude kept hitting him until the CO had to pepper spray him. Now that's the move, bro. That's the G move. I always loved it in prison where they would run that bitch out until the CO started spraying him with gas, bro. That's like chef's kiss of the fights. You know you're going to the hole for a long time after that, but if you don't stop, like, so when you're fighting, if you stop when the CO says, at least when you go to your hearing, you can be like, hey man, he said to stop, I stopped. You know what I'm saying? If you keep going and make them get pepper gas you, you are definitely getting the maximum time in the hole. And this dude went at him, bro. He handled him. He was like, okay, cool, man. You peed on kids, I got you, cuh. Come here. Boom, 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 until he got sprayed. Now that spray will shut people down. I don't know if y'all have ever been sprayed, and it's not just the average pepper spray that they have out here on the streets. It's not the stuff that like girls are carrying to spray dudes and weird ass dudes in parking lots. These COs got some high power stuff in there. And once you get sprayed with that, bro, it will shut you down. It's gonna ruin your day. It's not just gonna suck for a couple minutes. It's not just gonna suck for an hour. You know, the rest of the day you're kind of hurting, bro. Even if you're inadvertently, like if you're just in an area and it hits you in the face, you just walk into it. It's a bad deal. That spray sucks. So he sprayed the dude. The inmate who attacked R. Kelly's name was Jeremiah Farmer. Wrote in a court filing that he carried out the attack in order to shed the spotlight on his own case as well. So he was trying to like bump himself up and make himself a little bit famous. Like, I keep telling you guys, people will go after high profile cases, you know, rich people, famous people, people that are in the news, because it's that notch on the belt. It gives them a little, 15 minutes of fame. R. Kelly definitely has a target on him, or at least did at this point in time. I don't know where he's at. In the Buntner. I don't know much about Buntner CI. I really wish I could get my boy Chad on here because I know he would give us the high, the low, the skinny, the long. Yeah, that's how he got, man. And this makes my heart happy. I get happy every time I think about it. Now, R. Kelly ran out his appeals too, and they were still like, nah, dude, you dirty. You pee on little kids. You ain't going nowhere, dog. What you thought? You thought you was going somewhere? Gage said, I hope they put R. Kelly under the jail. Big love and respect to you, homie. Hell yeah. Well, he's doing, I mean, he got a lot of time, bro. 20 in the feds. Whoo, dog, that's a real ass sentence. That's a grown man sentence. You doing big boy ass time right there. And then he's got, it sounds to me like they ran his state time like he's got state time to do after he gets done. Can you imagine being all settled in the feds and you do like 19 years, which is what they said he has to do? He has to do 19 years in the feds, and then all of a sudden, your ass is done with your 19 years and you get shipped to a shit-ass state prison? Like all of a sudden you're like, yeah, you thought you was going home? Nah, bro, you going to New York State jail, which I've heard New York state jails are just hot trash ass, bro. I haven't been to one, but that's what I've heard is that they're hot trash ass. Let's see. So my dude, Mark of the Beast said, did the guy get double trays for jumping R. Kelly, or is that reserved for the guy who gets him taken off the yard? I don't know, man. The dude probably got a whole shot for that, to be honest with you. I'm just stoked that the COs all stood around and just watched R. Kelly catch what he had coming, bro. Because look, man, like, I don't care. Like, a lot of people hate all COs. I'm not that person. I don't hate all cops. I don't hate all COs. There's definitely ones that I 100% hate, and it's on some fuck you type shit. But, you know, there are COs that are just there to do their job and get their paycheck, and they're not trying to make your life no harder than it needs to be. You already serving time. You already away from your family. They're not trying to be petty and screw your life up. And they will let you get at these dudes, because a lot of them got kids, bro. A lot of them got a wife at home. A lot of them got kids at home. They ain't got no love for these pee-pee touchers, bro. They don't want to be around these pee-pee touchers no more than any of us in prison want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if they could just look the other way and let you get them, a lot of the time they're going to do that. I literally had a CO that used to open doors on the tier for me. She'd be like, yo, delay, cell 13, bro. You might want to check out his paperwork. And I'd be like, yo, open that door when I get down there. And boom, I'd go in there and handle business. Like, there are COs that'll let you do that. And I never understood a CO who would try to protect them chomos, bro. It never made not a lick of sense to me why anybody would want to protect a chomo. Like, you ain't got kids, you don't like kids. The only way it makes any sense is if you got tendencies and priors and deviations in your own mental head and your own closet, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only reason I could see why somebody would want to protect somebody who hurts chitlins. It just don't make a lick of sense to me. Izzy Dark Lord said, hey, JD, how's life tonight? Blessed and highly favored, homie. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for riding out with us tonight. So, you know, I wouldn't say it's the majority of them. Some of them just don't want to lose their job. And I do understand that. There is a certain point at which you're putting your job on the line. But if you give them, you know, plausible deniability. Plausible deniability is one of my favorite things. You know, all that means is that it's plausible that you didn't know. It's reasonable doubt. It allows somebody else to say that, I mean, I ain't know. You know, they can look the other way. They can go take a break. A lot of them will do that to let dudes get these dudes in there. And that's my favorite type of CO. I ain't asking you to put in work, homie. You're a turnkey. Just, you know, walk away and let me do it, because we got this. Don't send me to the hole for 6 months for it. A stubborn Mick. Hey, I love the name, homeboy. Big Irish love. Did the guy get on top of him and tell him, bitch, you're in trouble? You're in? I love it, dog. Big love and respect, man. Hell yeah. Red Taylor the Fox said, watching you sick at home, you're one of my faves. Hey, homie, I hope you feel better soon. I hate getting sick. It's one of my least favorite things. As a grown ass, you know, I like to think I'm medium tough. You know, like I got tattoos, I got muscles, I've been to prison. I like to pretend like I'm medium tough. You know what I'm saying? But when I catch the common cold, I am a baby back bitch, dog. Like when I get sick, it's all over, bro. I think that's a man trait a lot of the time. But I hope you feel better, homie. I'm proud of you. Ashley said, sending love to you, Jackson Zero, this whole amazing community. We love you, sister. We're so glad that you're here. Thank you so much. Jax just squeaked, hi, Ashley. She's squeaky. My wife's squeaky. She's real pretty, and she's got a squeaky voice. So Abby just shot out the link. I don't know if y'all saw it in the comments to my clothing line. We got these make the word that YouTube don't want me to say. Make chomos afraid again. We got the shirts. We just got the hats back in black. We also have the hats in red. So if y'all want to check out convictclothing.net, we just threw up the new shirt that's got me on it with the burning prison in the background with the black metal font, and I like that personally. So Devin Chambers, how do you take a YouTube channel down? Manny does live streams that scam children with fake Fortnite gift cards and pre-recorded video. Homie, I wish that I could help you with that. I have absolutely no idea how to take down a YouTube channel. That's totally out of my wheelhouse. I just make content. I just try to lift other people up. When it comes to somebody who's being a predator or a scammer, I would assume that I've never had any problem getting a hold of YouTube when I have a problem with my channel. So maybe get a hold of YouTube, see what you can do. If he's scamming kids, that's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
Someone thinks I tweeted something for Biden and I don't even have Twitter.
She doesn't have Twitter and she wouldn't be out there tweeting for Biden, fam. Ezra Khan, yo, JD, keep up the great work, brother. Love the content. I used to be a welding instructor for inmates at my county jail, and so many of my students were good dudes. Hey, Ezra, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for what you did plugging into them. I want to tell you guys a little story. My best cellie that I ever had, when he was 17 years old, his uncle was doing stuff to his little sister. He went to the cops wouldn't do nothing. He went to his parents wouldn't do nothing. Nobody would help this little girl. So he took his uncle out in the woods to have a bonfire, and he dismembered the dude and put him in a couple different locations. He ended up, his dad figured out what happened. His dad ended up snitching him off. But his dad had some involvement in trying to help him dispose of some body parts. And his dad went to prison. On his dad's deathbed, his dad took full accountability for it, even though he had snitched his own son off. This dude is still in prison. He was one of my favorite people I met in prison of all time. And his name is Earl, Lil Earl, man. And Lil Earl is coming up for a parole hearing. He's working in the welding shop at Oregon State Penitentiary. He's doing really good things. And me and a couple of the other homeboys are working on doing anything that we can to try to help him build a good plan for re-entry that we can present to the parole board, man. So, what you do could really have changed a lot of lives, bro, because just being able to have that skill when you go to see the parole board can get people a second chance. So I really appreciate you, fam. Rhonda Hall said, how about the kid in Houston who killed the RSO? Rhonda, I haven't heard anything about that, honey. I really appreciate you, though. Mars Slimpressions. Hey, JD, your shorts got me through the hospital on October 22nd when I lost my leg. You made me laugh and have a hell of a time. Hey, check this out. You are a hero. To be able to get through a traumatic thing like that and all of that, I am so damn proud of you, and I'm so glad that anything that I could have done could have influenced you in a positive way. Huge love and respect to you, 1,000%. Nabob said, my daughter Ariana just turned sweet 16 today. We both love your videos. Any chance for a birthday shout? Absolutely. Ariana, happy birthday. Happy 16, little sister. Me and Jackson Zero sending you mad love. We hope that you have a beautiful year this year. Listen to your dad, man. Listen to Pops. Pops is going to keep you safe. Big love and respect to you from me and Jackson Zero.
Happy birthday.
Did he get rocked in the closet? He got rocked in front of everybody. From the sound of it, it sounds to me like when R. Kelly got assaulted, that he just got assaulted in front of a lot of people. I think that dude went up on his unit. Somehow this dude got off his unit and went onto R. Kelly's unit, which is wild to me. Like, it really, like, to me, what it says is that somebody opened the doors, for the proper doors for this dude to be able to go handle business. From a convict perspective, it sounds real fishy. Like, this dude had a CO that was like, oh, you trying to get at R. Kelly? That dude who peed on little kid? Here, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he might have got a little green light assistance from a CO to be able to get into this area. From the sound of reading the reports, That's kind of what it sounds like to me. And that's just my personal opinion without having been there. But I've seen so much of that stuff go down. I've seen so many times where, COs will help you get to that chomo, where COs will help you get to that person who's victimized women or children or the elderly. And also times where COs will just help you get to that person who disrespected you. A lot of COs, believe it or not, like people get mad when I say this, but a hell of a lot of COs are just criminals themselves. And that's 100% facts. There's a lot of COs that cross the line to being an actual criminal them damn selves. That's just something that happens. I had COs that, and I'm not calling them criminals. I mean, they were literally breaking the law. But I had COs that helped me, by bringing me stuff in, and I'd helped them make car payments, dog. It is what it is. Everybody's trying to get their money and get by one way or another, and the good COs are just there for a paycheck. My favorite COs are there for the paycheck and the benefits package as well. Red Taylor the Fox, buy zero a treat on me. Thank you so much, family. I appreciate you on that. Big love. Michael, I love the shirt, man. Thank you. This was my idea. I love the shirt. I love the hat motif too. In red, it looks like a different style of hat, and people see you from a distance, and then they get up and read it, and they're like, oh, damn. And, it's got the convict clothing logo on the side. That's my personal, one of my favorites. So I see people are saying that Oliver needs help. I have no idea who Oliver is.
I've been sitting here trying to find his original comment asking for help, and I cannot find it. It's so far back. So if he can comment
Oliver,
in the chat right now.
Re-comment in the chat so we can see it.
I'll see it. I'll take it to him.
So look, my boy Andy Galtz is in the chat right now. And if you guys remember when I was getting the inside the DOC in California, I was getting inside information. It was through my boy Andy. Those were his connections. He's G'd up like that, and he is on here putting out fire content. If you see him in the chat right now, you guys should go take a second to go follow Andy, because he is always on point. He did over 10 years in the federal penitentiaries. In fact, he's another person that I could have been asking about these federal penitentiaries that they got R. Kelly in, because he's got just such a massive amount of time in there. Andy Galtz in the chat. Abby, thank you so much for bringing that up. We are trying to figure out what's going on with that right now. Justin Young said, hey, JD, did you hear the story of Brady Lyons? I did not. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Andy Gold said, for sure, most COs are just on that side of the line. They're on that side of the line, but, they still need to make their Ford F-150 payments, dog. So if you tell them they can make $50 off each pack of cigarettes and they bringing you in, 2-3 packs at a time, every other day or something like that, bro, that supplements their income. I don't know what COs make in every part of the country, but out here in Oregon, they wasn't making that much. Out there in Florida, I remember they were hiring for $12.50 an hour to $17.50 an hour out there. I see the signs all the time. I was being a smartass. I'm like, I'm a fugitive from justice. I should see if they'll take me on as a CO. The messed up part is they're so hurting for COs out in the state of Florida, they probably would have given me a job. Ashley says, Abby says Oliver King needs help. Okay. Desert Rose, what's up? Wanted to start this off right. Glad to be back. Been in and out of the hospital. We're so sorry, sis. We're so glad that you're back with us. Coffee and JD feels like home. Kiss Queen Jax, one love. Sis, we're so glad that you're back out here with us. I hope everything in the hospital went well. We love you and we appreciate you. Big healing sent out to you. Let's see. Micilio. My old man down 12 years on 27-year RICO bit. Currently at Buntner. Please say a prayer for him. 4 years sick with nothing but medical neglect. They locked deuces down at Buntner, and you 100% on the green light assist with R. Kelly. Yo, what's up, fam? I'm so sorry to hear that they took your dude away for so long, but I just want to let you know how much I respect and appreciate you being out there riding for that dude with that long of a sentence. So many people would have turned and ran away. It takes true loyalty, true honor, and true respect in yourself and your relationship to be 100 and ride that out. So big love to you, sister. We're going to be sending big love and prayers out to him. I hope he does good. And yeah, I've seen so many cops help out with them green lights. It's crazy. Sometimes they'll get excited about that shit, bro. Like 100%, you will see the cops get excited. You'll be like, yo, I need you to open some doors for me. And they're like, what are we doing? Are we going to need a cleanup? Are we going to need an orderly? You know, should I send a mop and a bucket down? They're just like inmates on a lot of this stuff. They want the excitement. There's boredom, poop smell, Badusi smell. Like, prison sucks, bro. The only thing that breaks up the monotony in prison is when someone gets their whole facial structure, remodeled by a boot or something like that. That's what we do for excitement in there. Otherwise, nothing happens, and it's just pure suckage, nonstop. So, some of them COs get excited about that stuff. Chase Hatchett, Louisiana been bussin' chomos. They caught my old roommate in January. So glad he got caught, because I always thought he was. Hell yeah, man. I'm glad to hear that he's behind bars where them boys can give him the proper business, dog. Big love and respect to you. Eric Kirstein says mob gang, and he threw a clove up, and that's my shit, dog. You already know that's my shit. Trev, thank you for throwing up Andy's YouTube. I appreciate you. Zach the Witch Doctor, homie, what is good, family? Big love on you. Why is Kelly in prison now? Is it because of the charges from back in the day? I'm sorry, I'm not too familiar with him. Much love and respect, everyone. It's completely okay and understandable not to be familiar with R. Kelly. I think he was kind of fringe for a lot of us. He meant a lot to a lot of people. There's still people out there playing him and saying, free R. Kelly. He ain't done nothing except peed on some kids and sexually assaulted some minors. Free that man. It's okay not to know about who he is, but he got wrapped up on a whole bunch of assaults on, the chitlins, dog. You know what I'm saying? Them chomo shits. And he got 20 years in the feds, but he's going to do like 19. And then he's got like some state time in New York prisons to do after that. He's still on that charge from a while back. And the assault that we're talking about happened a few years ago. But I keep getting so many questions from people about why hasn't R. Kelly been assaulted in prison? And you're never going to hear about a lot of the stuff that happens in prison because it makes the prisons look bad. Like, the feds ain't going to let you make them look bad publicly unless they have to. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff is probably transpired that we just ain't going to hear about, dog. But this happened while he was in... This happened while he was up in county, and it's very well documented that he got smashed out and the COs just stood around and watched. They didn't do nothing until they were worried that dude was like gonna, really get done, did bad. Red Taylor the Fox. A buddy told me when we were drinking, he fantasized about kids before. He said he has done anything though. Is that still wood tripper chip or not? Yes. Dude, you can preemptively stop that dude from doing some bad stuff. I'm not encouraging you to murk this dude at all whatsoever, but you should bring some attention to this situation with him so that he doesn't have the opportunity to go out and actually ruin a kid's life. 100%. He's out there fantasizing about it, bro. That's all bad, bro. That's all bad. Creatively insane. Copied and pasted. Oliver King. I just cracked over having 50% of my life outside of prison since birth. I know nothing of this technology and am overwhelmingly out of my element. Creatively insane. Thank you so much for taking the time to go back and find the comment from somebody who is in distress in our community. That is beautiful, and I really genuinely appreciate you. Oliver, if you're still out there, I just want to let you know, man, like, it is a lot to adapt to when you get out of prison, especially spending that much of your time in prison. It can be insane when you get out to have to catch up with everything. And like, I did a tourist set, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did 39 months. That ain't nothing. I never act like I did more or harder time than I did. But when I went in, we was all flip phones with you got to press the S button or the button 5 times to get the S. And I got out and we had iPhones, bro. So I can relate. I understand. On a certain level, what you're going through, bro. You're going to get it, and you're going to be all right, man. Just stick close to people who actually care about you. Find that structure, find that routine, stick with your pattern. You know how to program, dog. You've been in prison. You know how to program. Stay programmed out here just like you was in there. Keep to that discipline and you're going to be just fine, homie. I appreciate you, and this whole community stands by you. You saw how many people saw that you needed some help, and they all banded together. That's because people out here care about you, bro. We all want to see you do good. We all want to see you win here, fam. You came to the right place. Mark Head, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. Diamond Bane, JD, much love for what you do, brother. Xboxer here. Whoop the brakes off a predator that was stalking my little sister. Keep doing what you do, brother. Big love and respect, man. That's how big brothers should be, and that's how we should all be. We should all be the big brother to anybody who needs that help, man. We should all be taking care of women and kids and the elderly. Big respect to you, homie. Big respect. Fido O'Rourke. I'm going through it with my daughter right now. Any way I can talk to y'all in a way that's less public. I completely understand why you would want to keep that outside of the limelight here. If you have Instagram and you can let me know what your Insta handle is so that I can look out for your name, that would be the best way to get a hold of me where we don't have so many people hanging out and watching. Makeup Cheryl, thank you so much, sweetie. Big love and respect. I appreciate you. Oliver King said, I do need help. However, I'm okay for those concerned. Oliver, 100% understand, man. Oliver, if you know how to navigate Instagram, I know that you just did a long time, bro. If you know how to navigate Instagram, if you can DM me, let me know if your Instagram handle is the same as it is on here, if it's, Oliver King on there, and let me know so that I can get a hold of you, bro. Big love and respect. Who's saying free R. Kelly? Who got jokes? Who got jokes? You know you tripping right now, dog. You know you tripping. Where did you get the tattoos? I got the tattoos. So there isn't a single prison tattoo that I have on me besides my leg that I haven't gone over since I got out here on the streets. All my stuff has been re-gone over since I've been out here on the streets to darken it up. I'm a dummy, and I lived in Florida forever, and I walked around tweaking with no shirt on. In that hot ass sun. I had to go over all of my tattoos. Like every tattoo you see, I've gotten done multiple times. So I had one tattoo artist that while I was on house arrest, when I first started making content, those of you who were day ones, you remember my first content for the first year and a half, I was on house arrest, stuck in an apartment in Daytona Beach, Florida, because I had just gotten sentenced on, some organized fraud and some counterfeiting, and they shot me some house arrest. So y'all remember me being stuck up in that bitch, making videos because I really didn't have nothing to do. I didn't have no outlet. I recorded a whole album of my music while I was on house arrest.
We watched a lot of Netflix.
We watched a lot of Netflix, and I have a homeboy that had just gotten out of prison who was the tattoo artist in prison. And he used to come over and, I just shoot him a few $100 and he just blaze on me for hours, bro. So a lot of this stuff was just, time spent on house arrest. I do have a shop that I go to now that I'm back here in Eugene, who's a dude who I've been working with since, 20 years ago, something like that. He did one of his first tattoos in a room that we turned into a tattoo studio at one of my trap houses. Now he has one of the nicest studios in town, and when we go there, it's just him tattooing. Nobody else is there. So it's a really dope environment. Really cool dude. I actually did time with his little brother, who was an amazing dude, and the cops killed his little brother. And as soon as they clear the case, they're actually suing for $9 million, the Eugene Police Department. As soon as that case is wrapped up, he's going to come on here and we're going to talk about the whole thing and how it transpired with his little brother, because they did his little brother really foul. But he doesn't want to come on here and talk about anything until the court case is wrapped up. They really just want the cops to admit that what they did was foul. And since the cops refuse to admit that they basically murdered this kid and nobody's holding him accountable legally, they're holding him accountable civilly. And I 1000% believe that they're going to win on this case. It's wild. But yeah, that's where I got most of my tattoos. The tattoos on my leg are still the original tattoos from prison, but bro, they're so light, bro, because it's been a while. I've been in the sun. I probably need to go over the whole rest of this leg, but I want to finish up this leg before I start hitting that leg again. So yeah, that's the tattoo news. Are you a pro wrestler? No, not at all whatsoever. I'm just a dude, man. JD, you should do a YouTube boxing match. I'm not doing none of that, bro. I'm old as shit, bro. I've been punched in my face plenty of times. I'm not trying to get punched in my face right now. The only way that I'm going to fight is if I got to handle my business and protect myself or somebody else, bro. I'm old as shit and violence isn't cool to me anymore, bro. Like, I'm going to put you guys up on a little secret. When you've seen real violence and you've lived a really fucked up violent life for a long time, none of that shit really seems that cool to you anymore. Like, it's not something that I want to have to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll walk away from anybody throwing words at me. You put your hands on me, we're gonna have a fucking problem. But I'm not out here boxing or training for months to get in shape for boxing. That's crazy, bro. I have 2 businesses. I have a whole family. I have some platforms that I got to make content for. I ain't got time for all that. I hella respect people that do. People that are really good at boxing. Like, here's my thing. We got a big fight coming up between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. And I don't know who to root for because I don't like Mike Tyson's conviction. Mike Tyson's conviction has always and will always bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he never really like shot the appeal or anything. He just kind of took it. That says something to me. But I don't like Jake Paul, and I want to see him get knocked out. I really do. And I think Tyson's a monster. I think Tyson is going to destroy him. So I'm excited to see it. But, like, I don't really know. It's just there's conflict for me. Makeup Sherry, appreciate you, sis. God damn. Some of y'all just wild. Some of y'all do the most. I appreciate you, though. Let's see. Bro, Shane, stop spamming the chat, homie. Like, come on, man. Ask once. Maybe twice, but stop spamming the chat, homie. I appreciate you, but come on, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You're going to make my moderators come after you. You don't want them to come after you, I promise. Dr. Dre Light, big love and respect. Best community on YouTube. Yo, I love you, homie. I appreciate you, and I personally agree. I think that this community that we have here, where we stand up for each other, we support each other. If somebody's in crisis, we all rally for each other, man. That's what I love about this, man. It's amazing. These lives are my favorite part. Thank you so much for being here. Forklift Freddy said, finished a 20-plus year sentence for multiple armed bank robberies. 20 years clean and sober now. Keep up your great work. Damn, bro, a 20-year sentence for multiple armed bank robberies and 20 years clean and sober. That is amazing, homie. I appreciate you. Armed bank robberies like that next level. I feel like not many people really even take the strap anymore, dog. I feel like most people walk in with the note and they're like, here, I'd like some money, please. That armed robbery shit was like that back in the day, like cowboy shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you're living a better life and that you're clean and sober now, man. I'm proud of both of us. I'm proud of all of us, man. Abby says the Paul brothers are so sus. Huge facts. If it's real, Jay Paul is going to get smashed out. But if Tyson goes down, it's definitely for the show. Look, and like, I understand, like, I was actually researching earlier today because I had the same question. Like, is this a rigged fight? And it was running down Tyson's net worth throughout the years. Like, he went all the way up to where he was over $300 million in net worth, and then boom, hit dead broke. And then started doing acting and stuff like that and made a comeback. And it's estimated that he's worth like anywhere from 10 to 20 million, you know, but he was up at 300 million for a while, above 300 million for a while. But, you know, if he's still got 10 to 20 million, I don't see him throwing a fight to somebody. I just think his pride wouldn't let him throw a fight to somebody. I don't think he'd take a rigged fight. I really don't think that he would. Let's see. Oliver King DM'd Insta long ago. Can't again until you okay or reply. Same name though, Oliver King. I can go look for it, homie. Let's see. What do we got here? Noise Room. I was in prison for years and you have helped a lot. Yo, I'm so glad to hear that, homie. I'm so glad that we're all out here doing good. And like, you guys support me and help me, and I'm so stoked on that. Hey, man, I just seen the lifeboat in here. What's up, Tommy? How you doing, big dog? Appreciate you. Glad that you're here hanging out with us tonight, man. Tyson is nearly 60 years old. Think for a second, bro. Tyson is 57. He's going to be 58 by the time the fight comes. But have you seen Tyson train lately? Have you seen Tyson training lately? He is a monster, dog. He is a monster. He is an absolute beast. I don't, bro. don't think that Tyson's age will definitely come into play, but don't think that Tyson's age is going to be like any sort of like rollover defeat for a dude like Jake Paul, bro. It's just not. How speed the internet on jail? I have no idea what that means. How high speed is the internet in jail? They don't let you get the internet in jail. Derek Mallory, prayers for Jay Williams. Hell yeah, brother. Big love. I'll feel that. That's what we doing. Let's see. 7 years clean. Good on the 20. Yo, Sloppy C Customs. Big love, man. Big respect on all that clean time. Why does Mike Tyson's bother you, brother? Well, I don't like his rape conviction. I don't like that he was convicted of brutally raping and assaulting a woman. That bothers me. Like, what wouldn't bother you about that? That's always gonna bother me. Let's see. Great content, keeping it real. Thank you so much, George. Love and Light 321. Does Jay Williams have to join the woodpile or AB? I don't think that look, I don't know a whole lot about the joints out in Virginia. That would be a question that would be better poised for Jay Williams. He's done time out there before. Or, Woody Wood. We love Woody Wood as well. Both of them, Woody was Jay's cellie last time he was in prison. But I don't think that they have those cars out there, but I'm not sure. I'm just not 100% positive if they have the Aryan Brotherhood. There's a wood pile for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like there's woods at every prison in every state, but woods are just white boys that all kind of stick together. You get lumped in and it's not really considered a gang. It's not something you really have to join. If you show up and you're pale skinned and you're not a chomo or a rapo or a rat or a bitch, you just, you're part of the wood pile, but it's not something that you have to join. And AB, I don't think they have AB in Virginia, but don't quote me on that. I'm 100% letting you know I don't know for sure. And anytime I don't know something, like I'm never going to present like I do. I don't need to be the dude who knows it all. I'm not a know-it-all. I'm wrong quite often. And you're always going to hear me come out and be just as loud about when I was wrong as when I was right. But I don't think they have them over there. I know every time I've run into anyone that was Aryan Brotherhood out on the East Coast, they were fronting. They were not authorized. They were, let's make our own little thing and we'll call it this so people will be scared. And if a real AB dude were to show up, they would all get stabbed off the yard. They get decapitated for fronting like that. That's all I've seen on the East Coast. Casey, thank you so much. Casey Bordeaux, big love and respect to you, homie. Michael Winston, I appreciate you. Thank you, fam. Robert Camas, thank you. That's big, bro. I really appreciate that. Thank you for that super. Big love and respect to you tonight, man. Tyson is too much of a man to take the dive. That's what I'm talking about, dog. I really don't see Tyson taking just taking the L on some money. I don't think he needs the money that bad. Like if you still sitting on double digits with the M's, bro, then I really don't think that you need money bad enough to get publicly humiliated. I just don't see it happen. Binoc 9. What if would if it be something if R. Kelly hear the feeling on your booty song being sung by the inmates? Singing his own songs back to him in a very threatening manner. There ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind, R. Kelly. You better find out. Come here, boy. That type of thing. That shit would be sick, dog. Noise room. Because I was raped as a kid. I feel you, dog. I feel you, bro. AK-97, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's see. Was that R. Kelly thing too much? Did I just do too much? Chase Hatchett said 2K people in here and only 500 likes. Come on, people. Chase is 100% right. And thank you for pointing that out, Chase. I hadn't even noticed that. We got over 2,000 people. We got 2,300 people in here. Y'all can't hit a button for free on a free show. Come on, man. Don't do your boy dirty. Give me a little love. Just a little bit. Not too much. Un poquito, fam.
I was looking, Abby said that a kid named Spencer says his dad beats him and he needs help. And I was looking for that comment, but I cannot find it. The original comment from him.
Well, Spencer, please re-comment in current time so that we can talk to you, buddy. Somebody asked what brand of guitar do I play. So look, man, I've always been really fond of Ibanez. Especially like Ibanez acoustic, but like probably my favorite, and this is gonna be weird, I like those Ovation acoustic guitars that have the rounded backs, the plastic rounded backs. I'm trying to find one of those that's, like in the style that I want to pick up, because I gave mine to a friend who I had a feeling I was never gonna see again, and then I never saw him again, and I wanted him to have a guitar from me. I was always, when I was out there on the streets, I knew that my days were numbered, and I was always like trying to give people gifts so that they would have something to remember me by if I ended up doing big boy time. So James Lane said, my girl's dad will be out in a few years. What do you recommend to set him up for the best chance to keep him out of prison and get a start on a new life? So look, James, here's what I recommend. I recommend that you surround him with love and support, but also that you guys have a plan set up in conjunction with him for him to hit the ground running. He's got stuff that fills up every minute of his day right now where he's at. You have to have a system and a program set up like that. You need structure and routine. So if you don't have that when you get out of prison, you immediately feel like you're just lost in space, bro. You feel like you're floating adrift in the ocean. And that is a really terrible feeling. And it's easy to screw up. You feel like, man, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I guess I'm just going to go hang out with the people that I used to hang out with when we used to shoot dope and go shoot, do drive-bys or whatever the case may be. You start looking for the bad shit so you have just something to do if you don't have good shit in place. He's got to reframe his life and have it structured and disciplined so he can move forward in a positive way as soon as he gets out. Because that first year that you get out of prison is so crucial. And, you want to hit the ground running, dog. Like, that would be my advice to him. I'm getting a lot of stuff about Spencer. Do we have an update on my boy Spencer?
I don't see any message from him yet.
Noise Room said, I got revenge on those pedos in prison, and that's why I was liked. Big facts, my dude. Big facts. Hell yeah. Yo, and that was kind of my goal when I got to prison. I was like, somebody hurt me as a kid, and I've been fucked up about it ever since, bro. I lost my childhood. I stopped being a little kid at 6 years old. So when I went to prison, I wanted to get every one of them that I could, bro. And then you get out there and you're just like, damn, bro, it's like sand at the beach, bro. Every time you mix one up, there's three more. It was really discouraging. And a lot of people who haven't done time in the Oregon system or anywhere other than, systems where they have things segregated don't understand, bro. If they ain't segregated, you got to deal with them weirdos. So what do? You fuck them up, bro. That's how you handle that shit. It just is what it is. They're going to keep mixing them. It doesn't matter how many times you beat them up. If they don't got a PC in your state, they're going to come back out. So you just got to put them on the rinse repeat cycle. You know, it just is what it is. AK97, thank you so much, family. Big love and respects.
I did find this, and that kind of made me smile.
My No More Dead Friends wristband broke last week. I need another one. Had it for like 4 years. Zach O'Brien, homie. I don't know where they're for sale anymore, but I have some of my personal No More Dead Friends wristbands. If you get a hold of me, bro, I will 100% just send you one of mine, dog. Because I don't know where they're available anymore. I think they were, limited run. I have some of my personal ones still left, and I would be so happy to be able to send you one. So just get a hold of me, bro. Hit me up. Let's see. Lee Edwards, what's up? How are you, sis? Lee said, Sister Susie slowly sits on thistles.
I'm amazed that you got through that.
I got through it.
Waiting for you to see that.
Yo, I'm G'd up from the feet up with them S's, dog.
I'm impressed.
We love you, Lee. It's good to see you. CJ Cardona, glad I caught alive. Much love from Colorado. Big dog, what's up, man? So glad that you're here. Big love and respect to you. We got a lot of good-ass people out there in Colorado. Tricky says, damn, I need that tank. Well, Tricky, just to let you know, we have them right now at convictclothing.net. We got the tank tops, we got the shirts, we got the hats in black, and we got the hats in red. So if you want to go check that out, man, it's my clothing brand, convictclothing.net. Appreciate you, big dog. Since you asked, I figured I'd shamelessly plug my clothing brand again. Where's the like button? Should be like a little red heart over to the right side of your screen. Brenner Westcott. And I see that you guys ran those likes up another couple hundred. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
3 dots at the top.
3 dots at the top, Jack says. Oh, and Abby says that as well. Abby's just on it. Abby, thank you for throwing that link out there for convictclothing.net. Appreciate you. Garrett Womack, thank you so much. Hold on here. We got Josh Anderson, you are literally the realest, bro. Never been to jail, but I still owe you a beer. Hey, Joshua, thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying that. I appreciate the super and the support. I don't drink, so we'd have to go get a burger or some tacos or, whatever's clever, but I personally don't drink. You can have one for me because, it is what it is. It doesn't bother me when people drink around me. But I personally, I know how it goes when I drink. I'm going to have that one beer and I'm going to be like, I'm just going to have a beer because I got this. And then I'm going to have that one beer, then I'm going to have that 6-pack, then I'm going to have that 12-pack, then I'm going to grab that bottle of JMOs and I'm going to down that bottle of JMOs. Then I'm going into the bathroom of the bar with somebody so that I can sniff funny powder off of his keys. And then I'm taking that bag from him. I might beat him up and take his wallet so that I could go downtown and get myself what I really want, which is like an ounce of that dope, bro. So since I don't want to go down that trail because it always leads me to the back of a cop car with my hands cuffed behind my back uncomfortably talking about how the hell did I get here? I just don't start. I don't start.
The weirdest auction I've ever been to.
Tried to say it as fast as I possibly could. But yeah, I appreciate you, man. Big love and respect. I just don't drink anymore. How many push-ups can you do? All of them, bro. We do all of them. We do burpees around here, dog. You know what I'm saying? We on that militant. Like we out on that prison yard. Ibanez Uber Allies. Hell yeah. That's what's up, Ollie. I appreciate you, big dog. I'm going to go look for that so that we can talk. And where is we at right here? Finbar Gallagher. My dog Finbar is here. What's up, man? Spencer just said he gets beaten. No other details. Is Spencer still here? We need to hear from Spencer. We need to talk to Spencer. We want to make sure Spencer is doing all right. So Laura Dubecki, sorry if I butchered your name, says, I'm a CO in Cleveland, Ohio, and he is correct. The first year is crucial. Keep super busy. I'm telling you 100% that first year is either going to make or break you. It's either going to make or break you. So, The first year is really bad. A lot of people come back the first year. If you make it through the first year, then the next 4 years after that, the first 5 years is really, really honestly crucial. But you know, if you don't make it through the first year, you ain't making it to 5, baby. But once you get past 5 years out, you seem to have acclimated to a point where the recidivism rate tends to drop off quite a bit. So, you know, that first year is really important, and so are the next 4. But Chris Jackson finally made it to alive, fam. I'm glad that you're here. Big love and respect on you, homie. I'm glad that you made it to hang out with us tonight. Nixie is from Portland, Oregon, saying what up? What is up from Eugene, Oregon? Big love. Have you ever seen the show Snapped? My mom was on an episode. Kim Baldwin for having her ex-husband murdered for molesting my little sister and me. Whoa! Smoking with Southwest Florida Spargo. No, I've never seen an episode of Snapped. I don't get a lot of time to be able to watch a lot of TV.
I've seen a lot of those episodes.
Jaxie has seen Snapped. We haven't seen the episode, but I'm really sorry that you went through that. I'm sorry that your sister went through that. I'm sorry that your mom had to go through that. I'm hoping that your mom is doing good, and I hope that you and your little sister are okay, man. Healing and love for all of your family. Garrett Womack, I went to jail in Arkansas, and these dudes who had ties were Peckerwoods. You know anything about them? It was in Arkansas. So Peckerwood is just another thing like Woods, you know what I'm saying? From like pretty much from what I know. I mean, out here in Oregon, we have IPS, the Insane Peckerwood Syndicate, but you know, Peckerwoods is just white boys, man. Peckerwoods for the most part. I mean, if there's some dudes taking it to extremes, that could be a thing. But, you know, from my experience, it's not an actual gang. It's just like Woods. Woods is like literally comes from Peckerwoods. DJ Cool Videos. Hey, JD, I'm 18. My father passed away 2 years ago due to an overdose. I'm sorry, family. I feel you. Your videos really helped me. Love you, man. Right now, I'm working on a novel. Hope to publish. Bro, if you publish a novel, please let me know. Let me be sure to be able to support you and to buy a copy of your novel. I'm sorry that you went through that with your father. I've lost one of my kids to overdose, bro, so I completely understand. I'm with you and I love you, homie. Big love and respect.
Love from Jax.
Love from Jax. Brian Dale, what is up? Thank you, homie. Thank you for that super. I never understood addiction until my cousin told me he had to make a change because he was going through his couches for change for his first beer of the day. This broke me. Man, I can 100% feel that. And like, to be honest with you, you know, if you're to the point where you're going through the couch for beer, change for beer, that's pretty bad. But, you know, I've seen people sink really, really low, to be able to support their addiction. And I've always said this, I would much rather be locked up and sober than out here and strung out, because I feel freer in prison, not waking up needing that bag to be able to be okay. Every second of every day being obsessing on that bag. It sucks. It sucks to be able to say that I have addiction so bad when I'm in my active addiction that I'm freer incarcerated, locked in a cage with a bunch of other men than I am on the streets chasing that dope, bro. But that's the truth for me. That's the sad truth for me, man. Hey, look, man, Shades, IP, WS 916. What's up, homeboy? How you doing? All the homeboys send love and a bunch of us rocking your gear. Gotta get me some shit. That just timed out. Shades, man, it's so good to see you, homie. My chat timed out before I could read the rest of that. Please give big love and respect to the homies, bro. You already know what time it is. I be talking to Rock all the time, bro. We're working on getting Earl out of prison. Earl has a parole hearing coming up soon, and we're trying to get little Squirrel up out of there, bro. I'm gonna be calling his attorney tomorrow, and we're gonna put together a plan to be able to take to the parole board where he's gonna have employment, he's gonna have housing, he's gonna have community support, he's gonna have treatment, all lined up so the parole board can go, man, this is a slam dunk. Let's let this kid who has spent every day of his life since he was 17 years old get a chance at being out in the real world as an adult now. Because, bro, he'd been in there for like 8 or 9 years when I was first in there at like 2006, homie. You know what I'm saying? Salt Kitten 89, I appreciate you. Thank you. Bugs 112, hello JD and Jax. Hello, how are you, my friend? We love you. Yeah, man, I get real passionate when it comes to talking about trying to help people get a second chance at life, because I know people went way out of their way to help me get the second chance in life that I'm enjoying right now. And without other people's help, I wouldn't be here, dog. I guarantee it. Forklift Freddy, do you ship your merchandise to Canada? Freddie, we do. Unfortunately, I have seen what the shipping costs to Canada, and I wish that we could find a cheaper alternative. We do ship to Canada, but I think it's like $10 or something crazy like that to get it shipped to Canada. And it pisses me off that we don't have any cheaper option. I've really wanted to be able to find some way to make it more affordable to be able to ship to places like that. But they just don't have nothing for us, and I apologize to you for that, man. It sucks that it's out of our control how much that service costs, bro. Brian Dale said, my cousin told me that it was harder for him to tell me about this addiction than him getting locked up. That's facts, man. And that, you know, that feeling of being ashamed and embarrassed to be able to talk about the fact that we need help because we're stuck in an addiction because, you know, we're licked by a bottle or some pills or some powder keeps so many people from reaching out for help when they really truly need help. And that's why I get real loud when it comes to this recovery shit, man. That's why I talk about every single aspect and facet of it so that people know, you know, maybe you don't have addiction in your life at all whatsoever, and you don't have anyone that you know of that's in addiction in your life, but you hear me talking about these things, and then all of a sudden somebody that you care about comes to you and they're like, man, I don't know what to do, I need help. And because you've heard me talk about it a little bit, you deal with it differently, and it helps them to help themselves, bro. That's amazing. That's how we start changing this war against you know, people dying from this stuff. And Ethan Smith, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Ethan said, hell yeah, JD, I've been watching you for a while now. Ethan, I'm so glad. Thank you so much for being here. Big love and respect to you. Andy Galtz said, I saw the Kim Baldwin episode of Snapped. Dope show. Hell yeah, man. Let's see what else we got here. Abby, rest in peace, Alan. Thank you so much. We'll never forget you, Alan Marsh. That's my kid that died.
He'd be 25 this month.
Boom, boom. Thank you so much, homie. Detention Kick Fan. What happened to R. Kelly? We were going over some old shit because, like, I constantly am getting asked by people, how come R. Kelly hasn't gotten smashed out yet? And he 100% did. And, like, you can look in the paper. This isn't, like, debated at all whatsoever. He got smashed out in county jail before he even made it to prison. He got smashed out while he was still on trial, still had access to lawyers, still had access to media. So it came out. He got smashed by this dude who was literally on the wrong side of the jail. He somehow made it over there to smash R. Kelly out, and the cops stood around, the CO stood around and did nothing while he smashed him out. He was literally on top of R. Kelly, ground and pound, UFC style, boom, 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 getting him. And eventually the COs finally came over and they were like, hey, stop, get off him. And he's just going, bro. He didn't stop when the COs told him to stop. They gave him a few minutes to mop this dude up. Finally, the cops had to spray him with the spray to get him off of him. And he was in serious medical condition by the time dude was done with them. So, you know, all these people that keep asking me, you know, how come R. Kelly hasn't gotten smashed? R. Kelly did get smashed. R. Kelly did get smashed. He's probably gotten smashed multiple times since then. The thing is if the federal penitentiary doesn't have to let the media know that somebody got attacked, they're not going to. They're going to suppress that because the feds have a lot of control and they don't want people to know when people get assaulted in there. They're trying to keep that on the hush-hush. They're trying to brush that under the rug because it makes them look like shit, dog, you know? What happens in prison is supposed to stay in prison, unless it's herpes. Herpes gonna come out with you. It's gonna be all bad for you. Don't catch herpes if you go in there. Other than that, what happens in prison, you know, it's supposed to stay in prison as far as all that shit happens. And I would be really genuinely surprised if he hasn't gotten smashed on a couple more times while he was in prison, besides just that one time. I would be genuinely surprised. But we do know about this before he even made it to prison. He hadn't even made it to a prison yard. He hadn't even finished his trial, and he got smashed to the point where he needed like medical attention, and they made a big, huge deal about it. So it's an old situation that happened, but since I just get asked so often, I wanted to be able to present this information and really be able to talk about it and not just have to be rushed to be talking about it in a 1 minute short. I enjoy doing the shorts and everything, but sometimes it's hard for me to be able to get everything wrapped into a 1 minute video. So, we'll do a live or we'll do a full length. And, this is our live talking about what happened with, old R. Kelly. I love being able to hang out and talk with y'all, man. Y'all are my people and y'all bring me so much joy, bro. Like, just to be able to spend some time on a Sunday night kicking it and talking with you guys, man, I really appreciate it. Kevin Sawyer asked, missing Danny Masterson thing, can you re-explain? Bro, Kevin, I really appreciate you, dude. I'm really sorry. We're like 70 minutes into this, and that's like a whole thing to go over. There's a whole lot going on with that one. I don't think we're going to re-explain that tonight. You could go back and rewatch any of the lives. They'll explain it, man. The most recent one is going to give you what happened with the arrest that was made in conjunction with Danny Masterson. The one before that's going to give you a recap of the entire situation. I appreciate you, but I don't think we're going to dig into that on this tonight, man. AJ 1218, just scrolling through, heard your talk about substance abuse, and it resonated with it. I am 4 years sober, and it gets better, bros. Just take it one day and one step at a time. AJ, remember when it was 1 minute at a time, homie? Remember when it was 1 minute at a time, and then before that it was 1 second at a time? You know what I'm saying? Like, we was fighting to get off and stay off, bro. And now it's like, for me, I don't count days. I don't count months no more. I kind of know where I'm at. It's 4.5 years, something like that, bro, because life gets so much better and you get so removed and you look back just to remind yourself of where you don't want to go back to. And they're just goalposts at this point because life gets so much better. Recovery is the best life I've ever known. I'm so blessed to be here today, man. I love you, brother. Congratulations on your 4 years. I'm glad you're here with us tonight, man. Yo, B-Rod76, thank you so much. That's a big ass super, homie. I really appreciate it. Hey, man, love from Canada. I love your content. My best friend was put into prison for 90 days for breaking the jaw of a man trying to sexually assault a woman. My buddy calls me every week. What's the best thing to say to cheer someone up on the inside? Man, first off, your homie went in for a real good ass reason, bro. That's some real honorable shit. So a big salute to your buddy for breaking that dude's jaw, and a big fuck you to the, whatever government agency in Canada decided that man needed to go to prison for that, bro. That man should have gotten given a beer, a cookie, something, bro, an accommodation. When I was in prison, the main thing that I wanted to know was just that the world hadn't forgot about me, bro. So just the fact that you stay writing him, just the fact that you stay answering the phone for him, that means the world to people locked up. I know, like, I talked to Jason Vukovic, the Alaskan Avenger. He calls me like 3 or 4 times every Saturday. Every Saturday morning, my Saturday morning is reserved, to talk with Jason Vukovic, the Alaskan Avenger. So, that's really important. It just makes them feel like they're still connected to the outside world and they still matter in the real world. So what you're doing is already beautiful, bro. Big love and respect to you, homie. Fullback dive. Every day I want to hug an oncoming train. I've spent 8 years in the Marine Corps. I feel like nobody cares about veterans and what we've seen and the things we've done. I feel like a burden to the world. Man, fullback, I'm going to tell you right now that, like, you are echoing some sentiments that I've heard my own father, who did 2 tours in Vietnam, saw a lot of heavy combat. He felt the same exact way, man, and he's gotten some help. He's gotten through it. We don't do enough for our veterans. It's disgusting the way that we treat our veterans in this country. The way and the fact that we abandon our part of the deal when it comes to our veterans in this country. Our government just doesn't fulfill its side. breaks my heart, bro. It kills me to know the way that we treat y'all, man. You have my utmost love and respect, brother. And if there's ever anything that I can do to help you, if you just need someone to sit and talk with you, man, hit me up on Insta in the DMs, bro. I don't know what your Insta handle is or anything like that. If you even have Insta, bro, just know that I love you and I'm always willing to take time out of my day to make sure that you just don't have to sit through it alone, homie. I've never been in heavy combat like that. I might not understand, but I can sit with you and I can love you and I can be with you in that moment, dog. That's all that I have, but you are so worth it. And you will always have that with me, dog. And you should have that with everybody in this country that you sacrifice to serve. I love you, man. Wyatt Morgan, my buddies, and I love your content. Sending love from Texas. We love you down here. I love y'all, man. I really want to get out to Texas, bro. One of these days, I'm going to be out in Texas. We going to meet up, bro. We all going to kick it. We going to have a good time, man. I appreciate you. Big respect to y'all out there in Texas. Thank you so much for rocking out with me. Lloyd Fredrickson. I've seen some of your videos. Love the work. Can't relate to most of the content, but I respect the hustle. Hey, Lloyd, I love you, man. I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for being here and the positive, kind words, man. Big love and respect. Savage Panda X1 says, can you tell us your worst time in jail? The entire time in jail is the worst time, bro. Like, being in jail is just, it's constant nonsense. It's constant drama. It's constant boredom. It's constant, like, when you are living so trifling that, seeing two men knock each other's teeth out of their heads is the only excitement that you look forward to, you are living in a shithole place, bro. Every minute of it. It's terrible. You lose your freedom. You lose your humanity. You get strip searched at random. You'll have dudes with badges tell you, come in this closet and take your clothes off. I'm going to look up your asshole to see if you have anything. The whole thing's disgusting, bro. It's all a whoosh. You don't want none of it, bro. Dead ass. Heather Kurtz, substance abuse took both of my birth parents and almost got my brother. It really is evil. I'm really sorry to hear that you've gone through that, Heather. You are loved here. I completely sympathize. I lost one of my kids. I've lost so many of my friends. Like, Daytona is a graveyard to me. I got maybe 2-3 friends that are, clean and sober and they're doing great in recovery. One friend that's in prison. And I used to know so many people. And they're all in the graveyard now. Like, they're not even buried. When I say a graveyard, that's like, they're not even burying people out there. There's so many people dying. It's disgusting what's happening, what the fentanyl is doing on the streets these days. But we love you here, sister, and we appreciate you. Art, big love and respect. Thank you, homie. You guys, I've been on here a long time. We're going to go get some dinner. I'm going to see you again soon this week on one of these lives. Thank you to each and every one of you who took some time out of your weekend to hang out with me and Jax and Zero. This week, let's go out there and own this shit, man. No excuses. All gas, no brakes. We're going to own this week, man. We're going to take everything that's coming to us and we're going to earn every inch of it, bro. I love you guys. Till the next one, be good or be good at it. One love as always.